Hi everyone, welcome to week 1 module. So every week you're going to get an instructional video just like the one that you are watching now that goes through the week's assignments in greater detail. So for week 1, this is what you will have to submit. If you remember from your navigation video, you have 2 assignments that are in the course introduction module that are due week 1. So your student information survey and your course introduction quiz are both due on Wednesday. Those are the only assignments that will be due Wednesdays. Most of your assignments are due either Fridays or Sundays. And so if you remember from your navigation video, the student information survey is a really easy 5 points just for completing it. And your course introduction quiz, you can take as many times as you need to, but you will need to score 10 points before you move on to week 1 module. So let's go forward to week 1 and start with our overview and checklist. So I'm going to have to scroll down. There we go. And if we open it up, this is where you're going to find this video. I'll also include this video in the what to do in week 1 link in your course introduction module, but every week you will find your weekly overview video of all of the assignments for that week in the overview and checklist page. So you'll get a little bit of information. So you'll see the video up top, a little bit of information about this week's topic, and you will see what learning objectives and course learning outcomes the week's assignments are connected to. So if we scroll down, you'll see that this week you have your syllabus quiz, your student information survey, your Flipgrid online introductions, a Wiki Word Cloud assignment, and your inclusion video lecture quiz. You'll also see the points for each of these assignments and the due dates for all of these assignments. So this is a great tool to use if you are like me and you like printed copies of things. I print out all of these different grids and I mark down every time I grade them. So this might be good for you to use to mark off every time you complete an assignment. So now let's go to the first assignment within week 1 module, and it is your Flipgrid discussion. You're going to be using a tool called Flipgrid. If you're not familiar with this or if you've never used it, I have created a Flipgrid tutorial video because several students have emailed me in previous semesters with a lot of frustration that they can't get it to work, or it's just not uploading it, or they just can't figure out the technology. So I hope the video tutorial is helpful and the instructions are there just for using Flipgrid. But this video is to talk about what to do once you are in and ready to record. So in your response, you're going to include your name and your preferred pronouns. For example, my name is Giselle Flores. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. Something interesting about yourself. This could be anything you'd like to share, any topic, any concerns you have for an online class. And then the last thing I want you to do is tell me what inclusion means to you. Now, this isn't a definition that I want you to go searching for in online or in the dictionary. I want you to think of the word inclusion and really come up with maybe a sentence or two about what inclusion means when you hear that word. There's no right or wrong answers. It's really just my way of seeing the starting point for our class and where everyone is in their understanding of inclusion. So your initial post for this discussion is due on Friday, and your responses to peers are due Sunday. So this is the way all discussions are going to function for the rest of the semester. Your initial post will always be due on Friday. Your responses to peers will always be due on Sundays. So if you look down here, and again, there's a whole instruction video on how to use Flipgrid, but I just want you to see that it's embedded right within your assignment, so you don't have to go anywhere else but Canvas to do this assignment. Okay, now this next assignment is called your Wiki Word Cloud. And what you'll do for this is you'll first watch the video. It's called Credo for Support. And once you've watched the video, what you'll do is you'll go up to the top of the page. For some of you, depending on what device you're using, it might be on the bottom of the page, but you're going to click Edit. And when you click Edit, it will allow you to comment directly on the page. And what I want you to do is type your first and last name and then a word that came to mind when you were watching the video. I want you to then watch it with somebody else or send it to a friend, a family member, and ask them what word came to mind for them when they were watching the video. So you're going to put your first and last name, and then you'll have two words. One is your word, one is a friend or family member's word. And what you'll do after you post your words, you're going to click Save. Now, when you come in and make your edits, please don't erase anything that has already been written. You're just adding to, you are not deleting from. So you're going to come down here, click Save, and then your responses will be saved. And I will come and look on here, see who's responded when I'm grading. So let's go to the next assignment. These are your Play Pause It quizzes. For these quizzes, I used to have only a couple attempts allowed. And what I found was that some students were skipping the quizzes. And I really want you to get the information from the lectures. So if you haven't used Play Pause It before, what these are lectures that I've recorded in previous semesters, and I have placed them in a program called Play Pause It, and I ask questions throughout the lecture to test your comprehension on what's being discussed within the lecture. Now, instead of giving you 2 attempts, what I have done is given you unlimited chances to complete the quiz, and I'll take your highest score up until the due date. Again, it's just more important for me that you are getting the information than it is to quiz you on it. So you're welcome. I hope that's good news. And let's go to our next assignment. Actually, just kidding. That is your last assignment for week 1. So you'll always see a closing statement at the end of each week congratulating you on finishing the first week's worth of assignments. So congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful first week of class.